Welcome to episode 22 of A Fighting Chance. I'm Jared. How's it going? And we got Salvador, and we've got a very special guest. How's it going, Aya? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Sal told me you've been doing some fighting, which is what this show is all about. So it's always cool to have a new personality come and tell their story because. The thing is, we're all walking this earth with a fine story to share, and this is what this platform is all about. So, first of all, let's just start off. How's your day been? Because Sal asked me how my day's been, and I told him it's been a day. So, how's your day been?
Yeah.
It's been long. I messed up my sleeping schedule, so tried to get back on that. So I haven't. I've been just up, but I messed up because I took a nap. So
That's what messed it up?
this is like a just woke up phase. Yeah.
Was it like, so it had to have been a pretty epic nap to mess up your sleeping schedule?
Yeah, I've been. What time is it now? Yeah, I've been asleep since like 1.
Oh.
So
What will that do? Like, what time do you think you'll be able to get to bed tonight?
I'm gonna be up for the rest of the night. I just gotta try again. I tried to stay up because I didn't go to sleep since yesterday.
Yeah.
So I tried to stay up so I could just be up and go to bed at a regular time today, but did not work out.
Well, what's the plan? What's the plan then while you're awake all night?
Um, sit, sit in my thoughts, probably do some work, watch a little YouTube, study.
I find that is the best time to get the best reflecting time in is in the wee hours of the night when the house is quiet and you're just able to be just alone with your thoughts. I honestly feel like it's the most creative time. Like as a musician, it's some of the best time to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man. I love like just I'll wake up like wide awake at like 1-2 in the morning and just feel like, okay, right now if I could just play a concert, do a podcast, like anything, it'd be me at my best. Like I feel sometimes like in the middle of the night I have just genuinely my most energy.
I mean, yeah, in the middle of the night, I'd say I've done some pretty creative things. I'm also a little bit of a musician myself, so I've written some of my best stuff
Oh, cool.
at night, definitely. Yeah.
What do you play?
Guitar.
Nice.
So I play guitar.
We got.
Yeah, I play guitar, do some singing. So
Oh, very cool. Acoustic or electric, or both?
both,
Nice,
both.
man.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a guitar player myself, so that's very cool. That's very cool.
The intro is actually Jared.
Yeah.
That's him.
Off rip, I was gonna say definitely a better guitar player than me.
No. See, man. Like music is. It's not when I was growing up, like learning guitar, I was always about being like competitive with music. But at this stage, I love all people who just like have that skill and use it like because I mean it's more than just a skill. It's art. It's expression. It's something that I mean I'm sure you with training for fights specifically, like that is such a time where you can probably just zen out and chill and be able to get the mind into a different kind of creative place because fighting is also creative.
Funny enough, I actually feel that during the fight, but not in training.
You feel creative, right?
Yeah, because in training the build up to the fight, I feel actually very like I feel a little stressed.
Uh-huh.
I feel like timetable. You know what I'm saying? The further out I am from it, especially because like if I'm like 8 weeks out, 9 weeks out, 7 weeks out, something like that, I'm always like, okay, I have to do as much as I can. I have to
Right.
do everything. I have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I have to run. I'm not really being creative. I'm not focusing like, oh, I'm gonna be doing this kick or this punch. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I get like that a little bit closer to the fight when I start chilling and I start cooling down. I'm like, okay, what I'm saying, like I start taking a rest or something like that. Like the week of the fight, honestly, I'm pretty calm. Like physically, I'm pretty calm the week of the fight because my coaches always have me just like my coach Braden. He has like this theory, the dog on a leash theory with me. So I love to train. I love to fight and do MMA and do all of that stuff. I'm just active like that. So the week of the fight, he puts me like a dog on a leash. He doesn't let me train, doesn't even let me hit the bag, nothing
Yeah.
for the whole week. And then on fight, he's like, save it all for fight day. And on fight day, he's like, go. And then everything goes flying.
Wow.
So I'll get like really hopped up and really like annoyed. I'm like it's funny. He goes, you're like a crack addict without crack. Because I'm like sitting there. I'm like, can I train, please? Can I just hit the bag?
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
That's awesome. And fighting is creative. I mean, everything, when you're able to display what you've been working towards in a moment of, like, I think fighters are incredible artists in there.
Yeah, honestly, like I like the art of it. My it's actually funny that you're saying it like that. Like fighters are incredible artists.
Yeah.
So my head grappling coach, he's made a very like big distinction for us as people in the gym. He makes a distinction for us specifically as the I want to say quote unquote fighters right now, and you hear why. Because he always never refers to us as fighters. He always like refers to us as mixed martial artists.
Yeah.
And he'll always tell us during training, his number one line before we start rolling or before we start sparring is he'll go really loud. He'll go, he's like, you guys are mixed martial artists. Please be aware of your surroundings. A good mixed martial artist is always aware of himself. Or he'll always say a good mixed martial artist is blank, blank, blank. He always refers to us as mixed martial artists because he has the distinction that we are mixed martial artists first and we're fighters second.
I like that.
How do you feel about that?
I honestly, ever since I've heard that, I've changed like a lot of my stuff. It's even my Instagram bio. I used to just have MMA fighter in my little bio. Now I changed it to mixed martial artist and fighter.
Nice.
Because of that distinction that he's made.
But
because honestly, I think it's really important that we get that. He's shown definitely like physical examples of it doesn't matter how much you fight, you know what I'm saying? How much like you fight and you struggle. Someone's martial arts is better than you. You're not doing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It could go both ways though, couldn't it?
I mean, in some aspects, definitely there's been instances where, you know, people have like the same level of martial arts and it's just about who wants it more.
Right.
And in that sense, that's where the disconnect happens between mixed martial artists and fighters.
Yeah.
Because it's never really about the physical. The physical part is there doing mixed martial arts, but the mentally fighting, and it's whose mental fight is greater than the other person's at that point.
Right. But it's not a mental art at that point. It really is a mental fight.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, it's a mental fight. It'd be a mental fight, but a physical art.
I agree with that 1,000%. It is a physical art, but a mental fight. Yeah, that's a shirt. Sell, make it, book it. So, how long you been fighting? Like, tell me. Let's rewind a bit.
So I've been training for about 7 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What got you started?
Yeah, 7 years. On accident. Completely on accident.
Nice.
My mom thought she was signing me up for karate.
Okay.
It just happened to be jiu-jitsu.
Oh, wow.
And I showed up, and I was like, all right, what are we doing? Who am I punching? And then they were like, no, get on the floor. And I was like, the floor? And this little Russian kid choked me out.
How old were you?
I was 12. 12, I want to say.
So you're like 19 now?
I turned 12, or I was 12. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 19
Nice.
now. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, I was 12, and that was the first day. I came back, which, you think most kids would be like, no, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I came back because I was interested, because I've tried almost everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a kid who's done, like, his parents were always putting me in, like, this activity, that activity, you know what I'm saying? So I tried everything. I gave everything, like, a good once over, you know what I'm saying? So I came back, and the second day, I remember what they taught me the first day. They only taught me 2 things. they taught me guard and they taught me get up. They didn't teach me any submissions. And I just remember I was getting choked out because I didn't know anything. And then I was like, okay, I got some for her. So the second day, I improvised a little bit,
Hmm.
which is, I mean, I guess something that most kids wouldn't think about or something. They kind of just follow
Yeah.
instructions, but I'm the number one rule breaker ever. So, kid had me in guard. I just remember I was like, okay, and then I pushed him off really hard because I was like, let's try something here. And I remember like donkey kicking him over
Nice.
off of me, and then I just stood up and I was like, now what?
All right. All right.
And
Now you're a mixed martial
and
artist.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I guess I was doing the first ever, when your coaches yell at you, just get up.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
It's like
That's what they
Derek
want right
Lewis.
there.
Derek
Just
Lewis
do that.
Some
jiu-jitsu.
brute strength.
Exactly. I was just like, and I just got up and I was like, now what are we gonna do? And it was funny because it just so happened that the kid wasn't a wrestler. So if he was a wrestler, he would have probably just been like, okay,
Yeah.
and then maybe the story would have gone differently. But
It-
he got up, and then I remember from there, I just started advancing really quickly in jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
I was training for like, I want to say a good three 3 months, and they started putting me in with the adults and stuff. Like I remember, yeah, they started putting me in with the adults when I first started training. Like after 3 months, because of how quickly I was progressing, and then so I started learning like advanced techniques for the kids at least. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Started using it on them, and then they wanted me to compete in my first competition. I remember I was really nervous because I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this. Blah blah blah. It was like really in my head because I was like, this was like I was like I don't know if I should do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I go out there and I had two matches. I remember it was against the same kid, no gi and gi. And in my no gi match, I go out there. I had the full like 3 minutes. I went with the kid, body locked him, took him down, just like one off of points. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But then I like started freaking out again. And then I remember the second match, um, I go and and the kid tried to hip toss me, but he messed up, and then I took his back and I subbed him in like 30 seconds.
Ooh.
It was literally like a 30-second submission, and I remember literally like like I was looking around at everyone. I was like, "Did I just do
Yeah.
it?"
That was me.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm invincible." There's actually a picture I have from that day that I always stick with that my sister took.
That's awesome.
It's just like me with my hands up and shit. It was really funny. But yeah, that was like my first competition, and then I don't know. I've been training ever since, but I just started fighting like MMA
Yeah.
this year.
So when did you
So
start?
I always like
When did you start your like striking journey?
so striking. I always had that.
Nice.
That I always had.
Yeah.
My dad had me do boxing like at a way younger age.
For sure.
My sister, she did capoeira, so I learned from some things from her. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, I kind of always like had like a little bit of a striking background, but and then you gotta defend yourself sometimes. I went to a little bit of a rough school for middle school, so a little bit of a striking background in the accent, if you know what I mean.
We'll call it striking
Um,
background.
Yeah, we'll call that a striking background.
Hey man, but that's what it takes.
Yeah.
We got
People
we had Chris Barnett on a couple weeks ago, and he was saying like he probably learned more from high school, just like knowing how to defend himself and all that than anything else. So yeah, it counts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Honestly, but no, high school was a different time. I knew so much more martial arts and stuff,
Yeah,
and it was so funny because kids are just mean.
Right.
I learned I learned that so like it was really funny. In high school, so there was about like 3 kids. So for some reason, like now, you go to a high school and every like at least a quarter of the kids are doing martial arts and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Because the UFC got rise and popular.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, people like that. kids watching UFC, they want to do that shit, right? But when I was in high school, like early on, and nobody was doing MMA, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Or at least none of the like young kids were doing MMA, right? So there was literally like me and two other kids who trained. Um, because and this is not even including the wrestling team, because it was like our wrestling team had like so little people they were gonna shut it down in freshman year. I remember the head coach always wanted me to join. He was like, "Join the wrestling team, please. We need a captain." And I was like, nah. I really don't like the rules for wrestling, so that's why I never did it. That you can't put your back on the mat thing, not for
Yeah.
me. Not for me. Plus, I feel like I'd like rear naked choke someone on accident. They'd be like, "Okay, go."
It is rough to wrestle. I wrestled for a little bit, and it's like those instincts kick in. Like I just have to lay here, and like I can't fight out of this. It's weird.
Exactly. Yeah, I
It
know
just
what you mean.
hurts
But
too.
I
yeah. But we had
Yeah, I lost my eyesight when I was 11, and my dad got me right into boxing and jujitsu, basically at like the same ages that you're talking about, at like 11 and 12. And it's so funny because he just wanted me to, like, he's like, all right, everybody's gonna try to pick on you now, so let's give you some tools. And so, but it's really funny, like the amount, like what you're saying is absolutely true. Like I mean, back then, and this was for me, I mean, this is like early, 2001. I'm 32. I'm an old guy compared to you young whippersnappers. But I just having that like little bit of that extra edge of knowing actually what to do in situations. I mean, nobody was doing that shit back then. Like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm playing lacrosse. I'm playing football." It's like you go to jujitsu
yeah.
twice a week, and like I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I do." It was awesome though. It was like it because there's no better. I mean, having like your body awareness over being able to know what to do in situations is
Absolutely.
quite it's a superpower in situations.
I used to show up to
Absolutely.
school with like gi burns on my neck and stuff, and they're like, "Are you okay? Like everything's good at home?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. It's Thursday jujitsu. That's all that is." It's actually to make
Yeah.
the connection. I know he got trained by Mauricio for a little bit, at least at some point. We had
Yeah.
Mauricio on, so
Mauricio is awesome. Very cool guy.
yeah,
Yeah, he actually he was the one that was like, "Okay, 12-year-old, come train with the adults." Everybody else was like, "You sure?
yeah.
He's pretty small." Oh yeah. Yeah, that was another thing. Despite my size and stature now, I didn't grow for most of my adolescence. So in that whole like me starting jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
and MMA and stuff, I was 4'11".
Really?
So I was 4'11
How,
until freshman
how tall are
year.
you now?
I'm about
Oh,
5'11".
wow. That's a good growth spurt to go through. But
Yeah, so I was 5'3" freshman year.
wow.
Sophomore year, and junior year, I was 5'6", and then like I finally grew senior year. So just for perspective, like I was not the tallest person at
For
all.
sure. What
And you can sometimes see that in the way that I fight, because I like learned to fight like a little guy.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like you got to get in on distance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But now that I grew and stuff, I literally have ridiculously long arms.
Nice.
I have a 76-inch reach
Oh wow.
in the weight class. Like I got John Jones arms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What
So now my whole challenge is learning how to use them and not being like all up in everybody's grill all the time.
Eye
what
pokes.
weight class do you fight at?
So right now I'm officially making the move to
Okay.
155. But my last fight on Saturday of the last weekend was at a catch weight of 160. I pretty much fought a welterweight, so I was fighting two weight divisions up. And the fight before that 2 months ago was at 145.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How
Is that
So,
a bad?
is that a what?
No, go
No, go
ahead.
for
huh?
it. Go for it,
I
son.
I was just gonna say, is that a bad cut to 45, or like you feel comfortable with?
Um, so when I first did my cut to 45, like which was the last time I fought, which was 3 years ago before that last one,
Yeah.
2 months ago, that I was, like I said, 5'6", a lot shorter.
I think I was there for that one.
I had more fat. You might have been, yeah, the
Yeah,
kickboxing one,
I remember that.
305.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, so I was a lot shorter. I looked a lot different. So that cut was a little bit easier back then. So I made the cut to 45 again. I made it, but I'm gonna be real with you. Um, that was not fun. I don't know. I would maybe try it one more time,
Mm.
but because I don't know if it was because of the cut itself or it was because of how I did the cut. Because that last one I did in 45, I was in a hotel room in a portable sauna, you know, like that was kind of half broken. I stopped sweating after a little while. It was just brutal. It was honestly just brutal. I had like 20 pounds to go.
Ooh,
Yeah, you cut
It
20
was
the night
not
before,
fun.
or
Yep.
oh, that's rough.
I cut 20 the night before. There's like a picture of me
Uh-huh.
like in the portable sauna with the towel and the hoodie and everything and the beanie, and like you see my face now, like it was like
Bones.
way skinnier than it was now. Like I was literally look like bones, and like my
Yeah.
eyes just looked demented.
Damn.
It was terrible, but I don't know. I think the cut to 55 would be better, but I'll be out for a little while, so I'm gonna take the time off to build up my size, build up my frame a little bit, like come into 55, and then next time when I see everyone's gonna be like, whoa, he wasn't that
who's
big.
that guy?
Yeah.
Are
No,
you
it was
do?
actually
Go ahead.
it was really funny. So the guy I fought on Saturday, um, I was fighting him, right, and in the picture in the poster, like I took my poster when I had just made 45, so I'm like probably 150 something in the poster picture, and he's probably like a good solid 170 something. So everyone's like, "That's who you're fighting," you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And even he gets like he gets in the fight, so I dropped him like in the first like 3 seconds of the fight. And I remember after, like way after the fight, we were talking and stuff, and he goes, "Dude," he's like, "You hit so hard," da, 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 da. And he's talking to me, and then he's like, he's like, "You don't look like you fight at 170," and I was like, "I don't." And then he was like, "Wait, what weight do you fight at?" He's like, I was like 145. He was like, "Why'd you fight me?" He's like, "Why'd you take this fight?" He's like, "Dude, I weigh 180 pounds."
Damn.
I was like, I don't know, man. It's just what they had available.
How,
I was like,
well, how'd the fight go? Besides dropping him in the first 30 seconds.
so I lost.
Yeah.
I lost the fight, so that's why I said I'll be out for a little while. Cause so my coach, he stopped the fight. I'm thankful that he did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be one of those fighters that's gonna
Oh,
be
dude,
like,
that's
oh man, my
awesome.
coach stopped the fight.
Good for your coach.
You know, yeah, he stopped the fight. That's something that I feel like
It
more
needs to
coaches
happen.
need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he stopped the fight because it's amateurs. I'm not getting
Right.
paid. He doesn't want me to take more damage. He stopped the fight like I was getting hit in the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? No discredit to my
Right.
opponent. I in like a pro setting I could have fought up. You know what I'm saying? Like I was working my way up there,
Yeah.
but he hit me in the back of the head like 7, 8 times. Even like after the fight, like I was like, okay, I definitely have like a little bit of a concussion here because it was like 8 hard shots, like boom, 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 back of the head. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? It's not good for anybody to take.
right.
But even though like I lost it, like it's a good learning experience. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I realized the things I did wrong, and because there were some mistakes I made due to inexperience, due to lack of inexperience and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But there were some things I did good, and there's some things I found out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, now I know at least like power wise, I have enough power to knock down a welterweight.
Yeah,
So I was like, that's good. That'll transfer over. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
And then like I know other things that like I felt strong, like even when I was grappling with him, like I felt really strong. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I basically stepped in the ring at my walk around weight. I was like 173 or something like that when I stepped in,
Mhm.
and I felt comfortable. I felt good. I was moving good. I just it was honestly all me. Like I lost that fight just due to my own I don't know the word I want to use here, but myself. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
do.
Like
All right.
Did your coaches stop it like while the hits were happening or in between a round?
No, they stopped it in like right when the hits were like I think like I don't know how many shots I took, but my coach stopped it. Like yeah,
What?
like honestly, like the fight was really fast. It only lasted about like I want to say 30 seconds.
This was 30 seconds into the first round. Oh
Yeah,
damn.
we just got straight. We got straight to it.
Oh
'Cause,
wow. So you dropped him right away,
yeah,
and then this all happened within the first
I
30 seconds.
I dropped him in like the first like literally three
Oh,
or 4 seconds
Okay.
of the
Oh
fight.
my
Like,
god.
So first exchange, he went down.
the first punch thrown, he was just like he went down and he stumbled back, and I was like, that was honestly why I lost the fight is because I dropped. If I didn't drop him, I maybe would be telling you I won right now.
Yeah,
But it was like that was my first time like dropping someone in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like in a ring setting.
Yeah.
So like I dropped him, and I got like super like overzealous.
Okay.
Like I saw it and I was like, get him. And then instead of like, trusting my striking or something, because he was a striker,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But he was a big dude.
Yeah.
And like this is why I make this joke to like my teammates and stuff. But I was like, before this fight, I didn't understand exactly how adrenaline works. It lets you take shots that you're not supposed to take.
Yeah.
And so like the gloves for this organization, they're ridiculously hard. Like I'm sorry, this is the hardest MMA gloves I've ever felt.
Uh-huh.
So before the fight, I'm like, okay, plan, don't get hit with these things. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh man.
my goal, like I was like, I could have struck with him, but I was like, I'm not trying to get hit. He's a big dude. Maybe he hits hard, but I didn't know how adrenaline works. So I dropped him, and my first instinct was like grappling.
Yeah.
Because like I knew I had the grappling advantage, but I didn't think about it. He's a big dude, probably like explosive. So I dropped him, and then I just grabbed him, like I body locked him because he fell down, and then he was getting back up. So I like kind of let him get back up, and I grappled him, and then
Oh no.
this is the other thing. I was talking, I was chirping off in his ear and stuff because like that's just who I am.
For sure. Sure.
I like to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
So I got him, and he hit me with a shot, and like on the way up, and I remember eating it, and I was in his ear. I was chirping off at him. You know what I'm saying? Like I had teammates on the ring side, so I was looking at them, and I was like, oh, you see him? I was like, you see this right now? And I remember like I was like, and this is where I realized like he was a lot stronger than I thought he was because he started like dragging me with him. Like I had him in a body lock, but he started dragging me, and it looked like I was pulling him, but I promise you, he was dragging me. He was literally just dragging me. You know what I'm saying?
Your chirping quickly went to
No, you'd think that, but I was still talking. I was like, I'm like Kevin Holland, man.
Yeah.
I don't stop.
Yeah.
And then so we broke. We had a little bit of a punch exchange. I was moving, like I moved from shots and stuff. And this is why I think I should have just kept striking with him because I could have I could have stayed standing with him, but I just wasn't. I wasn't confident enough with my striking for this fight. You know what I'm saying? So that was another mistake I made. I wasn't confident with my level of striking because I hadn't really used it. Because in my fight before that, I had a 59-second sub.
Right.
It literally like I threw one punch, and then I body locked the dude, took his back, and then RNC'd him. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't confident like in my striking ability, even though I should have been. I don't know why I wasn't, but like I guess I was just like too caught up in I don't want to get hit. You know what I'm saying?
Hard gloves.
And then, so he clinched up with me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He clinched up with me. He hit me with like 3 really good knees. I didn't feel those at the time, but I'm going off of the rewatching it. You know what I'm saying? So he hit me with 3 really good knees, and then but at the same time I was like trying to take him down. So I shot a double leg, and I was kind of like around, and he was like kind of like just ragdolling me a little bit, and then I got up, like I stood up in the clinch. He had a tie clinch on me, and I just stood up, and I tried to like dirty box and throw like an uppercut to hit him, and then as I was doing that, he let go, and he threw like a left hook. But at the same time he was throwing that left hook, I was shooting again.
Oh no!
I was reshooting because I was like, So he hit me, and I remember it knocked me down. But I was like in my head, I was like, it's okay. I wanted to be here. I needed your leg anyway.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, sir. Can I
so
have
he
another?
knocked me down,
Yeah.
and I fell to a knee, and I tried to like to ankle pick him a little
Uh-huh.
bit. And then when I did that, that was when he just kind of pushed my head down. He was hitting me in the back of the head,
Oh,
and then
Okay.
I just heard. And then I was literally like thinking to myself, I was like, "Can you stop hitting me in the back of the head, dude, and fight?" And then I remember hearing the referee go, "Watch the back of the head," and I was like, "Oh, now you say it." After like 8 of those,
right.
and then he hit me with like 3 shots on the side of the head,
Mm,
and then like when he switched to the side of the head, because that was when he had to let go of the back of my head, because that was it. When he was like, pushing my head down, I couldn't get up because it was holding it down. But then he had to let go to be able to punch me. So when he let go, I started working up again. But then right when I was working up, they would like the referee stopped the fight, and then I didn't understand what happened because I was like, "Why did you stop the fight?" I was working up, and then my coach told me afterwards. He was like, "I stopped the fight," and I was like, "Oh, okay,"
so
you
were
know.
you,
But
were you shocked that it wasn't the ref and that it was your coach who stopped the fight?
um, I mean, I was shocked if I just got stopped in
Yeah.
general. But in retrospect, like what he told me, he was right. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not getting paid for it,
Right.
and no need to inflict more damage. I feel, and I asked him. I was like, this is when I was like, the fight was quick. I asked him. I was like, how much time did I have left in the round? You couldn't let me survive it. He's like, dude, you had like 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. He's like, you had a while.
Yeah.
But it had to be.
He's like,
It had to have been frustrating at first, like because you're in it, you're in the moment. Like there, it must have taken not like a lot of convincing, but some bit of an understanding of the reason why it was stopped. Right.
um, honestly, no. I listen to my coach.
Nice.
I listen to him. You know what I'm saying? What he says goes. He has my best interest in mind. I trust him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young fighter, so and he's been in the game for a while, so
That's awesome.
I trust them. You know what I'm saying? So I trust their decisions. Whatever they if they tell me this matchup is good, uh, to not do this matchup, then I listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like there was there was a fight I wanted at 45 with this one guy. You know what I'm saying? And my coach was like, don't even worry about that fight. Don't even worry about 45 anymore. He's the one who convinced me to do 55. He was like, just work on going up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you can get bigger and stuff like that. He's like, why would you want to be dehydrated? He gave it to me so simple. He's like, would you rather be dehydrated and let Volkanovski hit you, or hydrated and let Dustin Poirier hit you? And I was like, I take a hydrated Poirier hit, you know.
Yeah.
So
What's your because you're amateur now, but do you want to go pro? Is this something like that you want to keep going with?
um, I hate this question.
You don't have to answer. You don't have to
Damn
answer.
it, Sal.
My
So
bad. Because I know you're creative. That's why I ask. Because like I'm sure there's other stuff you want to do. You know.
so my ultimate goal with it is I'm really inspired by my coaches and other people. So I end goal I want to be a coach,
Okay.
but I want to be a different kind of coach. So I've always wanted to like do certain things. Like I'm in school getting my psychology degree.
Nice.
And hopefully like I can get my master's in sports psychology. And I think one of the things that fighters ignore is the psychology and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'd like to be a coach that can like approach it more cerebral, because I hate to toot my own horn when I say this, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I have one of the best minds and like one of the best like intellects when it comes for MMA. You know what I'm saying? Like I think of a I'm a lot better thinking of a fighter than I am of an actual fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier for me to think of things and tell people for them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm way better at seeing things. You know, when I'm out the ring, and I'm way better at seeing things. So that's why even with myself when I fight, like I make like adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fight this. I don't have like one person. People say they have a
Right.
style. I don't have like a style. Like I say, my style is like to match your style. You know what I'm saying? Like I try my hardest to match your style. Unless I get overzealous and I drop you.
Hey, you live
You
and you
know?
learn though. But
Yeah.
that's an important
But
thing to
yeah,
recognize in yourself. Like that trait is really important to recognize. Like knowing that that's where you're strongest. I mean, not saying like enjoy the fights and enjoy becoming a better mixed martial artist and take it as far as you can, but knowing that the end goal is you're getting your psychology degree. You're going to be like you've got this plan. And it's also a very needed plan, I believe. Like just because I'm very passionate about fighters, I'm very passionate about the UFC, all of the organizations, and I think one thing that is definitely neglected is the mental game of what what it takes to even get in a ring, sharp, like
oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
I think that's for sure one of the biggest thing that's neglected.
I think one of the craziest things that was freaking people out um, on Saturday, and I had like random strangers walking up to me. So I was in the locker room, and then I had two other teammates that fought that night. So we're cage side and
Mhm.
stuff, and I had people from VIP, people from the state athletic commission. They were walking up to me. They were like, "Are you okay?"
Uh-huh.
They're like trying to like see if I have like a
Yeah.
concussion before I go in the fight, and I'm like, "Yeah, why would I not be?" They're like, "You're way too calm." They're like, they're like, why are you this calm? You're about to go like fight. I'm like, should I be stressed?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I got in there, like, I'm clear enough to tell you everything that happened from being in there. Like most people think, I don't remember this, I don't remember that. Like I feel calm when I'm in the cage. I feel calm beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my element. You know what I mean? Like,
What do you
and a lot of people were like, you shouldn't be this calm.
what do you
I'm
attribute
like,
that to?
maybe you should be more
What
calm.
do you attribute that to?
Um, I would say it has to do with the mental aspect. You know what I'm saying? My mom is a PhD in
Very
psychology,
nice.
Dr. Julia Harper. So she is always like mental game, mental this
Oh, cool.
with me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She always works with my mind. She always takes a very cerebral approach with it, and she's taught me a lot of tricks and tools. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I think like I would say attribute to most of it to that, and then the fact that I do come at the game with a very cerebral aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like a lot of people go, "Oh, this is a fight," and they stress themselves out because they're like, "Oh, this is a fight. I have to win." Da, da,
Yeah.
da. You know what I'm saying? I would like to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to win. However, I don't have to win.
Exactly.
When you give yourself like this, oh, it's all or nothing thing, like you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure there's people who that applies to. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense of like they needed to pay for their family or something like that,
Hmm.
right? That rule doesn't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be doing it. I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. This is fun for me. So I think when I remember, you know what I'm saying, how much fun I'm about to go have, it gets me excited. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I get happy. I get chill. You know what I'm saying? So I had this really good pro fighter, um, Landon. He was in the back of the locker room, and he was coaching somebody else, and he was literally looking at me. He's like, "You dance way too much," because I'm in the back, like smiling,
Uh-huh.
giggling, like dancing around, like listening to my music, because I had my music playing on the speaker. Um, just like getting ready for the fight. He's like, you look way too happy to be going into this damn fight. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, he's like, that's energy. You gotta control it. You gotta chill. And I was like, duly noted. However, this is calming me down because if I sit in a
Yeah,
corner
then you'll
and I
stress
just
out.
sit still, then I'm gonna stress out. I'm gonna be all like, oh my god, I'm getting into a fight. And, I have to be moving around. I have to dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's energy, but that's me because I'm a dancer first. You know what I'm saying? I was doing like dance before I was fighting first.
You're a dancer before being a mixed martial artist, you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. That
Nice.
was my start, and you definitely see that in the way I move
Uh-huh.
with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, a lot of people talk about movement. You know what I'm saying when it relates to only striking.
Right.
However, I would say my movement is everywhere. Like you know what I'm saying? Even when I do jujitsu or wrestling, like people are like, why are you moving like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally, like, it's because I'm playing a rhythm. I
Yeah.
explained this to a kid the other day. He was oh my god, I'm forgetting this kid's name. I really hope he doesn't see this. He's gonna be like, damn. But he trains like almost
He
every
won't.
day.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just no faith. Way to sell it, Jerry.
Hey man,
Jesus.
shoot for the
Yeah, he
stars.
trains. He trains with us almost like every day. But it was like a little kid. I think he's like 12 or 13 or something like that.
Uh
And
huh.
he saw me sparring with someone. I forgot who it was, but he was like, he asked me after. He's like, how do you move like that? He's like, how do you move so like fluidly and stuff like that? And he's like, and he noticed something that most people don't notice. He's like, why are you tapping your back foot all the time?
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
So that so when I train and when I fight and stuff, I actually give everybody a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one thing to be rhythm stepping, like in fighting, but like I give everyone like a rhythm to their movements.
Right.
So everybody's like a different song to me. You know what I mean? So I when I'm fighting someone, when I'm sparring someone, I keep playing different songs. You know what I'm saying? Different songs that I know until I find the song that works for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I can't spar you, it's because I haven't found that song yet. It's because you're messing me up because I haven't gotten that rhythm yet. You know what I'm saying? But once I get it, I will keep it in my head. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tap my back foot to the rhythm to remind myself. I'll be moving on that timing just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the person like that. And I always tell them, like, everybody's a song to me in fighting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's
And
That's cool.
a rhythm.
are these specific songs by like artists that we would know, or are these songs that you're making up like in your head on the spot?
No, these are like songs that I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
if it's like a, but I don't like it. It's different. Like, I don't put like the words into, like, I just think
Beating
like
somebody's ass
Yeah,
to some
yeah.
Deftones.
uh, yeah, kind of like just
Bleed
like
by
imagine like
Meshuggah.
Yeah.
imagine you're just hearing like the beat of something in the back of your head. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, um,
X gonna give it
like
to you.
I understand because I'm a drummer, and any time that I sparred Muay Thai, I have that base of rhythm. So I get what you're saying. It's like internal. It's nothing you can. It's hard to explain it. I guess.
You play
yeah, like I'll
drums?
be.
I think so.
Nice.
I'm gonna be lying. I'm trying to get views. I'm just trying to relate. That's all.
When you say you're a drummer in South Florida, everybody
Yeah. It's
flocks to
like
you.
you have a tambourine. That's what that means.
Got some maracas?
Yeah. You got the machine app on your iPhone. You're like, shit. I mean, it counts.
Yeah, I make beats.
Yeah.
I'm a producer.
For those, I got the SoundCloud. Legit.
That's awesome. So, and then you even said that you were hanging out with the fighter after the fight. You guys were having a conversation and being cool.
Yeah. So despite what a lot of people actually saw, so um, I was messing with him a lot, like, weigh-in day. So I don't know. Sal probably saw my
I
story.
saw some of it.
You saw the little, yeah,
Yeah.
you saw the little clip of me messing with him. So I was messing with him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I take a cerebral approach to the game. So not
Yeah.
only do I work on my own head, but I like to work on other people's heads. So I like to mess with people. I like
What
to,
kind of stuff were you
chirp at
doing?
people.
What were you doing in the
Um,
weigh-ins and stuff?
so he missed weight. He missed weight.
Yeah.
Uh, and like they were trying to like be like hush hush about it. You know what I'm saying? They were like literally like, oh, go talk to your opponent. But I was sitting right there by the weigh-in booth, and like you know what I'm saying? Just a cerebral thing of like I made a point to say it really loud so the whole room would hear it, all the fighters would hear it. I was like, I don't care what he weighs. I'll fight him at whatever the hell he weighs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, just the aspect of that, because now I know, okay, he's thinking, like, I don't know if he's thinking this, but in his head maybe he's thinking, you know what I'm saying, maybe he's embarrassed that he missed weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now the whole room knows that. Now his embarrassment is public. Now he feels shame. Now he's gonna go in the corner and he's gonna sit there and he's gonna be like, that person knows I missed weight. That person knows I'm not dedicated. He's gonna start eating at the back of his head. You know, like
Yeah.
little things like that. And
He knows I like Cheetos too much.
Yeah, and then even like we're going back and forth. So like we're talking quite a bit. So after the fight, he I was a little upset after the fight. So after the fight, I got up and like we're like standing there.
He froze.
And he was doing.
Can you hear him,
Cheetos
Jared?
break. No. Yeah, we're just talking, just the two of us, actually.
Oh, you can hear him?
I'm frozen.
No.
Oh. I felt for that one.
It's okay.
It's not working.
If you can hear us, you're frozen. That I noticed that happened I was editing the Chris one, and
Yeah.
when we thought he was frozen, he was still there, so he could hear everything.
You said he was like dancing.
Yeah, he was breakdancing. It was pretty cool.
He was just like knocking everything over in his house.
He started doing backflips in his room, bro. Let's see, I have an appropriate sound for this moment. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not working.
What the fuck is that?
Who is that Francis?
That's Francis. That's probably my new favorite clip. We lost him, so we're gonna keep it going for a little bit here. I'm sure he'll hop back on. What a good guy.
Dude, honestly, very cool guy. Smart,
Yeah.
very smart fighter,
And he's back.
and he's back.
And he's back.
All right. Yeah. I don't know why. I was hearing everything you guys were saying. I don't know why. I was just
He's back.
We got sound effects.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, I told you we're pro.
Yeah.
I mean, we got sound and
pro-ish.
shit. That's next level. Pro-ish.
Yeah, we still don't believe your friend will hear it. So
Yeah. We're not there yet.
yeah, but if he does, he'll hear the applause.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys were
Yeah, I
chirping.
don't know why. I was hearing everything, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were, after the fight, I didn't understand yet because I didn't get to talk to my coach, so he didn't tell me that he stopped the fight.
Uh-huh.
So at first, like in that first like little exchange we had, like it was a little hostile because I thought the ref stopped it early, and he's like sitting there and he's like making like the talking hand motion, and I was like, I'm tripping back at him. I'm like, oh, don't worry, we'll run it back next time when you don't hit me in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe when you learn how to actually punch someone right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're over here hitting me with illegal shots and shit. But then that was in the ring. You know what I'm saying? But so like everybody saw like we're still at each other. You know what I'm saying? But after like way after, before I was like leaving the actual venue and stuff, we talked. And I was like, look, man, I was like, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Like, no hard feelings, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know my corner stopped the fight, blah, blah. And he didn't know either. He didn't know that my corner stopped the fight. He was like, yeah, it was a good fight, blah, blah. He's like, you hit me really hard. We were exchanging everything. So I was like, look, man, like, it's just messing with you with a fight. I don't actually have anything against you. I was like, cool people, blah, blah, blah. We actually ended up in the same restaurant after.
You're like, you want a mozzarella stick?
Send that man a Sprite.
It was really funny. It was really funny. I was like walking to the bathroom, and like I had to walk past the table to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" You know what I mean?
The fight's like not over. You guys like start fighting in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. I was like, because me and him were cool, but his whole team looked like hostile as hell. So like, I was like, how is it that me and the actual guy that can fight are fine, but the rest of you look like you wanna hit me with a glass table, you know?
You pull off the old like Dumb and Dumber, and you're like, Seabass and his fellas would like to pick up our tab. And you get them to buy your whole
bad. Those guys look like they look mean, man. I was like, I don't have my team right now. I was like, I'm a one-man army. Can we not do this?
I feel like teams always look real scary. If it's like 5 or more people, they're gonna look like they all hate you. They could be the nicest
I mean,
people.
They didn't look like they didn't look like physically imposing. It was just they look like
Yeah, they're pissed off
mean
for some
mugging
reason.
me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was like, why are you mad? Your guy won.
What's good, bro?
It's all that aggression that they don't ever get out in a ring. It's just at a dinner table where this guy got in the ring and actually got to throw down a little bit.
But yeah, I'm like, just eat your fries, man.
Enjoy.
It wasn't even at you. Like the waitress was just taking too long with her ketchup or something, Tom.
Oh my god.
Their steak was a little under.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just
So
it was wild.
are you a massive UFC fan?
Not. I mean, I like it. I watch it. You know what I'm saying? I have fighters in it that I like. There's people. I have a teammate who just actually made it to UFC. He fought on the Jamal Hill card.
Daniel Marcos?
Oh,
Killer.
Nice win for him.
Dude.
That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? From Peru.
Very cool.
Excuse me. 1 second.
Yeah.
One quick second.
Yeah. Salvador.
Jared.
How about them cookies you baked this morning?
Yeah, they were great. They were great cookies.
Do you eat them every day while you're there?
No, dude, I can't eat them. I don't, like, I'm sick of them. Oh, here we go. Back to what's important. Yeah, side conversation.
I heard some people like on some like prediction sites calling Marcos their lock of the week, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
crap.
He's really solid. He's really solid. Even before he had his contender series fight, you know what I'm saying? He's been in the gym with us, you know what I'm saying? So I got there. He hits hard. He hits really, really hard. You know what I mean? Like we got some killers, man. We got some killers, some sleepers in the gym. It was really, really funny. So we got like another gym that I wouldn't say they're like our rival gym because every gym hates them. But I think you know who I'm gonna say. Goat Shed.
Which gym?
I don't think. What is it called? What is it
Goat
called?
Shed.
Goat Shed?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of
Yeah.
that.
You never heard about that? That's that gym in Miami with their Lambos and stuff. They're always wild. Their guys are like, disrespectful. Yeah, they're loud. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wait,
I gotta look into
Lambos?
this. Yeah, what does that mean?
This sounds like a great gym.
They literally just have like Lamborghinis parked in the
Pull
gym
this up.
sometimes for like no reason.
Oh.
Goat Shed. If you look them up, like you'll see that they go viral for like clips of having like fights in their gym. People get knocked out during sparring. They're
Nice.
sparring without elbow pads, like throwing elbows and shit at each other. You know what I mean?
Just real
Wow.
intellectual
They're-
stuff.
Yeah, honestly, like, oof.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Training with Logan Paul. Got you. So that's.
Yeah, that kind of gym. They're like they've produced some good guys, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they have some people that like come over, but I would say they're like a really like internet gym. You know, they do a lot of things to get like famous.
Got you.
But it was funny because they had like their golden boy, you know what I'm saying? They're promoted like fighter that like there's like one of their faces of their gym, you know what I'm saying? That they're always like, yeah, this and that, right? So Daniel, the week before, he was on Contender Series, and he wins his contract. You know what I'm saying? Dominant fashion, has a crazy performance. Now the week after that, their Goat Shed sent their guy on Contender Series. You know what I'm saying? You might have seen the fight. It was I forgot who he fought, but I remember the guy was Roybert Echeverria, Venezuelan guy. And,
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
Like one of the yeah.
He came in
you
real
remember that fight,
cocky.
right?
He came in really cocky.
He came. Yep. That's how they always are. They
Okay, I
come
got
really
you.
cocky, really like flamboyant. So they send him, and he's like supposed to be the best one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's their golden boy. They send him on there, gets knocked out in 2 rounds.
Oh.
He
Like
what was his
flat.
name? The dude with the blue hair?
Cold.
Or is that a different fight?
No, it was a guy with black hair that knocked him out or something like that. A Brazilian guy.
Okay, yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah, he got starched.
It was funny because I was like,
Jafel
We send
Filio.
our guy,
Yeah.
he gets a contract. They send their guy, he gets knocked out cold. I was like, clearly there's a recipe here that they're not following.
It's that left hook Larry. Put him out.
Yeah,
The,
he got cold.
the Lambos are holding them back.
I know.
Yeah, it's gotta be the Lambos or maybe the knocking each other out before fights.
So
Who
I
knows?
remember
'Cause
I
you
remember
have all
you
that
being a bigger fan, at least of like, I know you had favorite fighters. I think Till was one that you were high on. Adesanya. Is there like you started training and you kind of fell away from it, or is just naturally you haven't watched as much?
I mean, like I said, I watch when my favorite fighters are on. You know what I mean? Like,
Got you.
I don't watch every UFC card. I watch when it's a fighter that I like to study or one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? I only watch like that. But I watch more other cards. I watch a lot of Bellator.
Okay.
Like, people call it the B League. I don't think it's that at all. I
No,
think
they're
it's
good.
literally, it's just up there. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I think they fight better than the guys in the UFC because they're not fighting for, like, they're not fighting for like some kind of like cherry picked belt or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to like pad their record. They're just like, we'll scrap, and if I win enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get a shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like them. I like one a lot. I'm a big guy on one. I watch a lot of their events religiously. Watch a lot of one events. If I had, I just started watching PFL again because I used to watch PFL back in the day when it was lesser known, but I stopped watching it a lot because I found the seasons were a little hard to like keep up with because it was like watching like football for me. You know what I mean? But I just started watching PFL again, and they're good. They're good over there. You know what I mean?
They just signed some killers too,
Like Jake Paul.
I don't know. Come on, bro.
No, this 2023 season for PFL is gonna be nice. They just announced 2 fights actually for their first card for 2023. It's Marlon Moraes versus Brendan Loughnane.
Yeah,
Loughnane.
the champ.
Isn't that the
I don't know how to.
Isn't that the one that
he's
that's
the
what
one
just
who won.
happened though, right?
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
They're running
And-
they're running it back.
No, he didn't fight
No,
Marlon.
They didn't
but
fight.
he's
Yeah, he didn't fight Marlon.
Who did
Marlon actually got
just
knocked
fight, though?
out.
Yeah,
Another
he was
guy
just-
named Moraes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the tough fight. Like immediately, that's your fight back.
That's
Yeah, I don't
man.
know. But I actually think Marlon can win it stylistically.
Dude, I think Marlon could win all of his
anybody.
fights. Yeah, me too.
It's just chin, man. It
It's just-
literally cannot hold.
I know.
It's so sad.
I don't know. Yeah, they got some good fights lined up, and then I'm interested to see who gets signed because, I'm hearing whispers in the wind. I don't want to say anything and spoil anybody's big moment right now, but I'm hearing whispers in the wind of like this person getting signed to PFL, and this person getting signed to PFL, like people that I know, people that I've seen training, people that train at like gyms. I'm like, damn, that's a killer. I'm like, PFL is gonna have a better roster than the freaking UFC soon.
Oh, dude, no worries. Blow their big moment. Just ruin it for them. Just right now, just rat them all.
The whole world is watching right now. By the way, we have millions of viewers.
Nah,
Some would
I'm
say-
scared for myself. Hey, these are people that can beat me up. You know what I'm saying? I will their big moment. They're gonna show up at the gym.
We'll put
They're
you in
gonna be
witness
that team mean
protection.
monkey.
We'll keep you safe. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's blind. He can fight. Got your
Whatever,
back.
Sal. Whatever. I'm gonna fucking crack you for that.
The left hook.
Yeah, the left hook for days.
Nice.
For days. But okay, so who are some of you who? Because you said you'll watch your favorite fighters in the UFC. So who does like inspire you with their skills that you want to learn from in the UFC?
So it's actually funny. Some of the people I watch for skill are not my favorite fighters.
Oh, okay. No, I get that.
I have like a list. I got a separate list. I got like people I watch because I like their skills,
Uh-huh.
and then I got people I watch because I enjoy them as like a
Right, people.
personality,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, break it down for us.
I watch, like I would say, personality-wise, I watch Izzy.
Nice.
Because at the end of the day, you got to be realistic. I feel like fighters, they watch fighters and they're like, they try to mimic people's styles when it's like someone drastically different than them. Like you have someone who's about 5'7" with short stubby arms trying to do what Izzy does. I'm like, your body's not meant to fight that way.
Yeah.
Like that dude's 6'4" and has long limbs. Like he fights the way he does because he's built that way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't watch Izzy and try to do him because I can't do him. I don't got long legs like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I got long arms, but I don't got long legs like that. And I don't have the patience to fight like that.
Yeah.
So, but I watch him because I like his personality. The Diaz brothers. Nick Diaz is my all-time favorite. Number one. Never not going to be number one. I watch him because I like him. Darren Till. I know Sal just said it. I love Darren. I'm never not going to be a Darren fan. He's going to come back.
Yeah, I remember you were very high on him before. He hadn't fought Woodley yet, so it was like, yeah, Till's going to win, Till's going to win.
Yeah.
And he just got started. She was like, damn, bro.
I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm walking in the gym every day.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, Darren Till, guys. Darren Till. He was a fighter I was trying to mimic all the time.
Yeah.
Sal remembers me with the little...
He looked good last fight, honestly.
For a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That was rough. That was a rough
I think
fight.
he just needs to go back to 170. I'm not gonna lie.
100% agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
He's
figure out that
too
cut.
lazy.
Dude, Drigas
At
even said he needs to go back. He's like, he's not big enough to fight with us big boys like this.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, he has terrible takedown defense. It was there at 70.
Right.
He wasn't getting taken down at 70, and he got wrestled.
Yeah.
Except for Woodley, though.
It's just...
that was the
Woodley
exception.
didn't even take him down.
That wasn't? Well, how did he get him down?
Woodley knocked him down.
Oh, okay.
He knocked him down with the punch.
Damn. I remember
That's
that.
what I mean, I'm like,
Sorry, go ahead.
Woodley couldn't take him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Woodley couldn't take him down at that weight, it's because he was 6'1".
Yeah.
At 170, like he was 6'1" and big. He had a big back and like a really good base. So at like 170, it was really hard to take him down. You know what I mean?
And he used his reach well too. Like he wouldn't, he played a whole range game.
Yeah. I think he just needs to. He needs two things. He needs to go back to 170, and he needs to go back to his camp, his old camp, his original camp.
Yeah, stop palling around with Hamzat.
I don't even think he is, bro. To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't understand, but he needs that discipline of that his old coach Colin used to have him. You know what I mean? That man was like a father to him. If you look at it, like a lot of his interviews and how he says and how they would interact with each other, and sometimes you just need that like tough discipline, that tough fatherly role figure. You know what I'm saying? To get you to where you need to go.
Is that where Tom's training at, Tom Aspinall, or is that a different gym?
No, Tom left there too. They were both training together there, but Tom left to another gym because he moved. I think. Yeah, I don't even think he's in the same part of the UK anymore.
He should train with that dude because I think he could be the champ at heavyweight.
Tom Aspinall?
I think so.
Oh, absolutely. I've been on him since Cage Warrior days. When I saw him check this dude's kick and break his shin. You remember that when I sent you that? Like when that
Tom
happened,
Aspinal?
That was like, yeah, I sent you that.
Really?
I sent you that clip years ago.
Oh my god!
If you look in our DMs, you might see it. But
all right,
it was the one where Tom Aspinall checks a kick and the dude's leg literally breaks on it like Anderson Silva style. But it was so loud, it sounded like a gun. And I literally remember sending it to you, and I was like, "Yo, check this out."
Dude, Tom would be champion right now if that injury didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like
he could have been the fight right now for John.
That's what I'm saying. Like it would have for sure happened. Right.
I think Tom Aspinall versus John Jones is a terrible matchup for John.
Yeah.
Because Tom Aspinall is like, we've only seen him grapple. You know what I'm saying, for the most part, because he's been using it. But his striking is really good too. Like,
I mean,
his striking is
against Volkov. He uses striking.
Pretty good.
Like he submitted him, but all the setups were there. Like he looked sharp.
Yeah, like his striking is really good, and I think he's got a way better ground game than John.
I think that Curtis Blades fight was going to be awesome. Like it had such potential.
Oh yeah.
So sad.
I know.
Sad. That was like the week after the Ortega one too. So it was like
Yeah,
both of these sick main events just immediately
Yeah.
nothing. It's like damn, bro, it sucked.
So who do you watch for skill?
For skill, right now I'm watching a lot of Adrian Yanez.
Nice.
I don't know.
It's my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah.
He's slick. He's nice. I'm watching a lot of Adrian Yanez. I watch a lot of Yair Rodriguez.
Nice.
Him. I actually. So this is one of the only fighters that falls in the boat. But Andre Fili.
Nice.
It's
So
an OG.
He's always been one of my favorite fighters. But I also watch him for his skill because we kind of have similar builds.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He has a really good high kick and really good long combinations. You know what I'm saying? So I watch a lot of him. I watched some Kenny Florian. I watch a lot of Kenny Florian. Really cerebral fighter. Another guy I watch a lot that I've always really liked, and we have similar builds. So I watch the skill Tom Lee in one.
Okay.
He's
That's from the family, the
featherweight
Lee
champion.
family.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Differently.
Differently.
I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, differently.
My bad.
So it's funny. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. So he was on the Ultimate Fighter on the same season that Conor McGregor and Favor were coaching each other.
Yeah.
He was on the Ultimate Fighter in that season. He lost because he got submitted by Ryan Hall. But then
Oh, okay.
he went on a tear in LFA, and then one signed him, and then he went on a tear and won and became their champion. And he beat Martin Nguyen, who was the one featherweight champion for I think 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Right? And he just starts him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tommy
he's
Lee?
sick.
Yeah, I gotta check
No,
out more
Tommy
one.
Lee's
I've been
sick.
wanting to
Yeah.
get into it, just because I know. I saw the Rod Tang Mighty Mouse match. I've seen a couple here and there, but
You seen the clip? You might know who it is because everyone knows him from this clip. You ever seen the clip of Gary Tonone getting knocked out?
Gary Tonin, the grappler,
Yeah, he's in one. He's in one as an MMA fighter.
really? Ah, I didn't know he
so
transitioned.
He was actually really dominant, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna win," and everyone made a meme out of it because they were like, "Oh, leg locks don't work in MMA," because Gary grabs the dude's leg, Tom Lee's leg, and Tom spins out. He stands up and he just decks him in the face, boom, and you just see Gary go out. He's just flat on his back. He's out. It was just brutal KO.
Yeah, I mean they got some killers over there.
Absolutely.
Man, well, it was a pleasure to have you on. We haven't talked in a while,
we-
so it's nice to see you and reconnect and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
Absolutely,
It was
bro.
great to meet you and hear your story, and I mean, it was very cool. You got a great mind. I was telling Sally even when you cut out, I was like, he's a smart guy.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
really
Thank you
enjoyed the
guys for having me
conversation.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have you on
I really enjoyed it.
after your next fight. We'll get you on.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
you can have me on with a win.
Let's do it.
Thanks, Io.
Awesome.
Really appreciate it.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good night,
you.
my man.
Yeah,
Another.
Give us a round of.
I'm sorry, that was
Yeah,
probably really loud.
See, no, it was good. I actually really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed just the deep dive into the fight.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, like getting really
it's-
into that because he could really recap it well because it just happened, and I really enjoyed that.
And there's no context. It's not like we've seen the fight and
Right.
we're just re-hearing something. It's like we don't know what the hell happened. So
It was like a mother and father telling a good bedtime story.
as the kids say, it was pretty lit. That's what that was. Pretty lit.
Hey!
Dude, I think we should just immediately get into what I have to say about this thing. Why isn't the UFC promoting Volkanovski versus Islam Makhachev?
They're
Way
not,
more
right?
than they are. They're
They're not at
promoting
all.
the slap thing so much more. And this thing is next week. I mean,
What do you make of this? Oh wait, actually, I do. I think I know what I make of it.
Okay, go for it, because someone needs to talk about it.
I think I know what I make of it. I think right now the UFC is treading water, and they're just trying to stay afloat. I mean, come on, the Dana White announcement, like of the fights coming out. I mean,
nice timing, bruh.
it just sounds
real subtle.
It just sounds like he's trying to just stay afloat, and so I think the Volkanovski fight. I think all of these things are like the last thing on his mind. I mean, you know, he wasn't in Brazil. You got you know, John Appleseed giving all Dana White's little speeches down there. We don't know what's going on. And Dana White, then he shows up with a big announcement of these great fights, and everybody's like, okay. And also, dude, he was like 30 minutes late for that thing.
Yeah, and half of the fights had already been announced.
Yeah, that thing could have been recorded. Like, it didn't even need to be like a live announcement. I don't know, man. I mean, your wife slaps you, you slap her back, and then you don't know how to talk about Volkanovski. Is really my take.
Promote your slaply. I just think it's. I understand what you're saying, but even more to that point, like, wouldn't you not want to promote the thing called Slap League and maybe
have you heard of
number 1 pound per pound and number 1, like number 2, you know?
Dude, okay, Sal, you're somebody who is thinking with your brain in a logical sense.
Right.
But I don't know if you've seen the world you live in, but it's all upside down. Like, everything is upside down. So that makes complete sense that you would promote the slap league after a slap. Like, there's so much in this world that's like, wait, you're going to do that right after you did that? And they're like, oh, yeah. Like, there's it's so much.
So bad. Like, think about in the history of the organization. When is number 1 fought number 2?
Oh, for pound?
Never. Maybe
never.
Once. I think there's maybe once. And if it's only 2 times, this is only the second time that it's ever happened. And I mean, come on. I'm pretty excited.
Dude, this whole pound for pound thing is also crazy. Like, how is Islam number 2?
That's ridiculous. But it's still a number 1, number 2. You know, it's just the facts.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I think Volkanovski is going to dominate, and it'll be the end of Islam's run.
Last time that we said something like that, it didn't work out. I've been so scared about this fight because I was like, yeah, Charles, is this it? He's gonna, you know, this is it. He's gonna take him down. He's gonna take down the Dagestanis. This is the end. And it was just, you were there. It was just sad.
I was there, dude.
It was just sad.
I want
you were
so
falling
badly
asleep. It was just like, damn. This sucks.
I was falling asleep.
At some point, you fell asleep. Maybe not
when
during
we were
that
watching.
Fight.
No.
I think it's because the card was kind of boring, actually.
Dude, when we were watching together, I was falling asleep.
At one point, I think you fell asleep. Dude, you look really cozy in that damn chair, bro.
Dude, do you know about... My night before, man, was rough.
Oh, that's true.
Dude, I told
you. You
know what? When we played that show together, and I told your dad, I was like, man, I was so drunk last night. He goes, you seemed fine. That was truly one of the best compliments that's ever been given to me was your dad telling me. Because, like, I was standing there outside, like, talking to your dad, like, right after we were off stage. And I'm like, oh, shit, I sound like a fool. And he's like, you sounded fine. I was like, yes, I keep it together sometimes.
You honestly just sounded like you had been playing on stage for a while, and you were just...
I had been. With a birthday hat on.
I know, dude. And a pretty sick Magic jersey.
Dude, I will...
Fire.
I truly will never get over turning to your dad, and I was wasted. He's playing... this was right after Black Sabbath. Like, we're going into like actual jam mode now. And I'm like, I turn to your dad and I just go, Sal sounds awesome. Mid jam. And he goes, that's your boy Rigel. I thought it was still you on the fucking kid. I go, dude, Sal's ripping it back there.
Thanks,
and he goes,
bro.
that's and I just he just turns to me and goes, that's your boy Rigel.
Yeah, dude.
You were on the congas at that point.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on at that point, honestly. It was just turning into something. I was like, this is scary, and I kind of just backed off.
You guys had such an energy. Like it was almost like as soon as you guys walked in that whole place, it was like a cloud of like
cool.
fog just entered. Yeah, it was like the Garcias are here.
What you didn't know is we actually literally had a smoke machine that we were spraying on people.
You guys come in with like leather jackets on and like fires behind you.
Yeah, dude. That's just fumes you were smelling, bro. There was no aura.
Those were farts.
Yeah. Come on. You're just smelling things.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have a couple more things written down, and we can wrap it up.
Cool, man.
I saw this, and I thought this was pretty interesting. DC said that Derek Lewis is completely done at the top, and kind of like, I feel like if you're a commentator for the UFC and you're saying stuff like that, it's kind of wild.
He said he's done.
The top of the
getting
division.
back to the top 5, I believe was what it was, right? Yeah.
Which I mean,
what?
I don't know. I don't think you can just dismiss somebody like that, especially after you look at Glover, you look at Charles, like.
What?
Derek Lewis actually. I'm saying I'm not saying he's gonna do it. I'm just saying to be like he's done 100% at the top of this division is kind of rude to say to someone, especially someone I think that I don't know. I thought they were friends.
Dude, I would say that about Ali, and he's my best friend. Ali's
Ali's
never
insult each other. Though.
Ali's never gonna be 200 pounds even ever again. How about that? All right.
Is this anger because you're gonna miss Jones versus Cyril Game?
No, this is honest, dude. I went to get my tuxedo rental today for Ali, and the woman is doing my measurements, and she's like does my neck, does my chest, gets down to my waist, and she goes, slim, and I go, ooh, is that different than Ali a little bit?
A little bit,
yeah, just a little different than him. It was funny, but awesome. Dude, yeah, I think there's the DC commentator, and then I think there's DC content creator, and I think he's got to give his opinions.
Dude,
to get he's competing with Sir Michael Bisping, and he's
that
competing.
That was on DC and RC though. That wasn't even on YouTube.
But that's his show. I mean, that goes on YouTube.
I saw the most hilarious thing yesterday.
What?
It's that show, and they're talking about Masvidal versus Gilbert Burns that was getting booked. And he's like, he's going through. RC is breaking down Masvidal's like rise to where he got to the title shot, and he goes, Jorge Masvidal. He's like, he had that flying knee off the cage, which I'm pretty sure he's thinking of Anthony Pettis. He said that he beat Wonderboy. He never beat Wonderboy. He said and then right after that, DC said that he's Puerto Rican. So like in the span of like 30 seconds, they got everything wrong about his career. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I know man. George, he's a great guy. He's Puerto Rican. And it was just, this is like right after Ryan Clark was like, yeah, he beat Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Got a flying knee off the cage. It's like, guys, do a little bit of research. Jesus Christ. You're on ESPN.
Okay, but like, it works for Chael. I mean, Chael.
Yeah, but he's doing that on purpose, though.
Yeah, the more shit that Chael says wrong, like the more clicks he gets.
That's a bit. That's not. That's. He knows full well what he's doing. What is Islam Makhachev? I mean, come on, that's genius.
What's my favorite one? There's some that are just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Pereira.
Yeah, that one's great.
Not Alex Pereira.
No,
Pereira.
Benny DeRouche.
Benny DeRouche.
Benny DeRouche.
Oh, and he'll say it so many times too. He's not gonna like just say Benny DeRouche. He'll say Benny DeRouche maybe 30 times throughout like a 5-minute video.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, honestly, every time I make a clip, I'm noticing we're slowly becoming like a Chael Sonnen appreciation account. A lot of our clips are just about Chael Sonnen.
Dude, you know we would actually start making some revenue if we just started clipping Chael's show and tagging it.
Just stealing his content.
Well, that's what people do.
Yeah.
That's
he
literally
has
what
his own channel that he does that though.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
they need more. No, but dude, there's no. I'm serious. I mean, how many people clip Joe Rogan's podcast and make money doing that?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can monetize
You
that.
100% do. Yes, you do. 100%.
If it's other people's content, I'm pretty sure you can.
100% you monetize it. Clips.
I don't know if
Like,
that's if I want
not
that to
shorts.
be my legacy. I don't think.
No. But like, I mean, dude, there's people who will literally take. I mean, you see all the time on YouTube, like how to make
Like Joe Corniel, you talking about?
Yeah, like how to make $500 a day just clipping ads or clipping content, and people are all the time like posting like because I sleep watching listening to spa music, like binaural beats and stuff, and a lot of times there's like literally just like a still picture of like the ocean or trees or just something, and people literally will just take music like just ominous tones, and they're all the time they're just putting things that have already been done and making new clips of it and just 3-hour long videos, and they're getting paid by other people's work all the time.
But that's just putting like pictures and audio.
Dude,
So
okay. The MMA guru does streams, and he has fans who will literally clip out his content from streams, and they'll put it out. And because I mean, he does like 5-hour long streams, and they'll take like 5-minute long clips. And these aren't people that he's ever even met. And 8 hours, they'll get like 3,000-4,000 views, and these are on like not shorts; they're on actual like 3-minute clips, and that's money in their bank.
But you don't believe in us, Jared? You don't give
What are
us
you
a fighting
Why?
chance
What?
to make it up for our own content? We gotta go steal other people's.
You said we're a
Come on.
you said we're a Chael
What the fuck is
appreciation.
that?
Come on, Francis Ngannou wouldn't stand for this.
You
He
said we're a
believes in freedom.
Chael appreciation account. And I'm just trying to become.
Appreciation, not pulling clips from his account and reposting them, bro. That's not what I'm talking about.
Hey man, I do believe, and I also think that the funniest thing said on this entire thing was that kid won't hear it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like thank you for spending time on our show. No one's gonna watch this.
dude, that was so funny.
Appreciate
Whatever.
your time. Yeah, I mean,
You
hey,
can't-
when who knows? This could be our Leon Edwards, and 2 years from now, we're talking to a guy who's winning belts.
Yo, he's not going to be our Leon Edwards because you asked him if he wants to go pro, and he said he
Edwards.
wants, and he said no. I want to be a psychologist and a coach.
Damn, everything's just going wrong.
Regardless,
what a horrible...
no, this is a good episode. I don't
This
even
was
care.
gonna. I was gonna say day, not episode.
What did you say? Day?
Yeah, dude. You know what's a good milestone? Since we're talking about no one watching this, we're almost at 100 subs.
Hey!
I mean, 100
Well,
subs
well,
is
that-
not nothing.
No, it's not nothing, and that's why we should thank each and every one of them right now
Yes.
by name.
By name, I don't even have access, bro. Look at that. I'm being so honest
Well-
with the people.
Well, then I'll say thank you. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Ferdinand. Thank you,
Shout out to my
Mozambique.
mom. Shout out to
Thank you.
my dad.
Thank you, Mozambique. Thank you,
David.
Bartholomew. Yeah, thank you, David.
David's definitely watching.
Thank you, Torreno.
Toronto.
Yeah, dude. Torreno's been a really loyal supporter.
Are
But
these
no, thank
people
you
that
to
you're making up, or you're being serious?
totally making these up.
Torreno? I've never heard that before. You couldn't go with like John or something. You went with the most obscure name of all time.
Yeah, man, it's that
Torreno.
Yeah. Well, Torreno taught me his famous left hook.
Oh, okay. He taught you how to ankle pick people.
Yeah. He's actually taught me how to ice pick.
Wow.
Yeah.
So obscure.
He-
This guy's just
he
obscure
actually-
overall.
He taught me how to use a toothpick.
Oh, okay. He's also 4'11", and he's 48 years old. This
He's
guy's
2
just
foot-
like everything.
He's 2'9" with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
92-inch reach.
And he's 800 pounds. This is like the most odd human being of all time.
Yeah. He takes up the circumference of a room.
Dude, this might be our mascot. I might have to just make this
Yeah.
to run him. And well, you got anything else
Dude.
for the
I do.
fans?
Well, no, man. Just want to show my appreciation for Chael and our fans.
Yeah, because that's really all we are at the end of the day.
And maybe one day they'll be the same. Chael
Dude,
will be
maybe-
a fan.
I was going to say, maybe one day, Chael's going to be a Fighting Chance appreciation page. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Chael's going to be literally clipping our stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's like, Mom, I need to make $1.
He's like, I love the way that Sal plays the Bleon Bledwards clip. Absolute comedy gold.
And did you know he plays drums?
Yeah. And he'll just butcher my name for some reason.
And he bakes the cookies.
He bakes the cookies.
All right, man. I just
Yeah.
want to. Are you going to watch the Derek Lewis card at 1 a.m.?
Dude, I am planning on buying probably a couple Monster Energies and suffering through
That's
Saturday
not healthy,
night.
man. That's not healthy stuff.
But fighting
Have you-
is life.
Have
Fighting
you
is-
heard of?
is
Have you
life.
heard of? Have you heard of cocaine?
Yeah, I was just gonna say some of that special stuff.
To stay away from the monster. Have you heard of cocaine?
Some of that nose candy. Are you planning on trying to stay through that?
Yeah, I'm planning on it, but who knows? But I mean, I've just missed fights. I like them. I enjoy myself
Yeah.
in front of a good old fashioned scrap.
Yeah, I can't wait
So
to
I'm-
sit down in the same spot for 6 hours at 3 a.m. That's what being
yeah,
a
man.
fan is about.
Yeah, dude, that's the discipline of being a fan.
Right. Especially an MMA fan, because it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
If I fell asleep during the daytime card, who knows what could happen then?
Yeah, he fell asleep during probably the biggest pay-per-view of the year, at least in anticipation-wise, and you just...
Well, maybe it was your family was boring.
Dude, that's what it was. We were there and stuff.
It was your mom leaving to go get that coffee for 3 hours.
That felt eternal. That was insane. The longest coffee run of all time.
Yeah, she was the only one keeping me awake.
Yeah, it just ended. Just waiting for her to come back was like, maybe is this it? Is she here?
Yeah, I hear the dogs barking. I'm like, could it be?
They drove all the way back home and came back.
I don't want to go to his wedding anyway.
Yeah, I left my wallet on the car seat.
I just came for
God.
Sabbath.
Yeah, and Perkins. All right.
Well, my friend,
Good
thank
luck
you
to all
for,
you fight fans
yes.
for this upcoming card on Saturday.
and
Your
thank you to
sleep-
almost 100 subscribers
Almost 100
for
subs.
subscribing and being
Yeah.
our loyal following. And please hit that like button and subscribe. Even if you've already subscribed, please just delete your subscription and resubscribe. Who knows? That could be good for the algorithm. And ring the bell for notifications. We really appreciate it.
Dude, check this out. I got a new one.
Yeah.
This goes out to all our new subscribers. Thank you for giving us a fighting chance.
Ho ho ho!
Peace.
Thank you. I love that.